Well, welcome back, everyone. It is hard to believe we are almost at the end of August. We are, I think, approximately 7 days away from the end of the month. And, what's on your mind? There's a lot going on in the world. There's a lot going on with most people at home. Kids just gone back to school. Um, and when we get to this time of the year where you're literally seeing things in certain stores that are already saying 2026, people begin to sort of use their little sports jargon, about the final quarter, and a lot of us can end up getting in this win-lose mindset that would make people desperate for a win. And a lot of times that win is defined by something other than like the godly standards that we live by. And that feeling can actually intensify when someone has had a lot of losses. That's when they tend to forget that they're actually divinely guided on this journey called life. And anytime we get in that position where we forget who leads and guides us on our journey, we can get into kind of what I call this sort of directionless place in life where we're kind of standing at the crossroads. And instead of being filled with peace, where we were filled with panic, and we stand around kind of like watching other people run ahead without kind of being tackled by Satan, because a lot of times we feel that way, like Satan is coming at us in every direction. So we forget that a lot of times just because we see someone running what seems like running ahead without any kind of opposition from Satan, it does not mean they're on the right track. It doesn't even mean they're on the right field. It could mean the very opposite. Satan could be letting them run without any resistance because he knows they're heading directly into destruction. You know, Yet here you are, despite all the delays and all the problems that you've had this year, you're still hearing destiny calling. And what do I mean by that? First, like, what is destiny? From God's perspective, it's his plans and purposes for our lives. And sometimes we can confuse destiny with victory. And victory is not a bad thing, right? So hear me out. Many times people make a certain victory a goal, and Satan will then use that mindset to trick them into thinking that any victory is their destiny, right? So if God's destiny for you or I is, let's say, a literary path where, and he has done that because, of course, that will be where we'll have the most and greatest impact on souls for his kingdom. What Satan will do is he'll just show us all kinds of sports trophies or entertainment trophies and lead us on this path that's filled with all these prizes that does not align with the path to like our divine destiny. So we will look as if we're winning when we're actually wandering further and further away from the path that God has for our destiny. Now, Satan knows that nothing is truly victorious in the life of a believer, in the life of anyone really, unless it's on the path to their destiny. So he will continue to parade like this prize before that person that will literally set them on this path that's not really where their real journey is. He'll just put them on a dead end detour, is what I kind of call that. And so we have to understand what victory really is. And victory is not a bad thing. Victory is achieving a finite goal, you know? But destiny is advancing towards an infinite eternity. There's a big difference, right? So, for example, when you graduated from high school, that was a great achievement. That was a victory. But you did not stop there because what? Destiny was still calling you. The journey towards your infinite eternity was still ahead, and it's still ahead. God never intended for any of us to turn a victory into our destiny. There's a lot of people that will do all types of evil over one victory because they think that's their destiny. We look at certain nations, there are people who are slaughtering other human beings because they believe if they get that victory, that way it would be their destiny. This can be a very serious thing in the existence of nations, but also in the existence of an individual. Because it's God who rules the nation, but it's also God who rules our hearts. And it's God who planted eternity in our hearts and minds. So to avoid being kind of derailed on our journey, we must depend on Him. And of course, there is one portion of scripture that's recited in all types of places, whether we're believers or non-believers. Many people kind of know it by heart. And Proverbs 3, verses 5 and 6, I'm reading it in the voice version. It says, place your trust in the eternal. Rely on him completely. Never depend upon your own ideas or inventions. Give him credit for everything you accomplish, and he will smooth out and straighten the road that lies ahead. Because the Lord, our God, is always moving us ahead because he created us that way. We are on this journey to eternity. And if we choose him, choose to serve him, choose to worship him, choose to surrender to him, we will be on the right path, on the narrow path. And so, no matter how many difficulties you've had this year, and we've all had some, but some people have had a lot, like a mountain of difficulties. And then they're left feeling like directionless. Do I go up? Do I go down? I don't know if I should go left. I don't know if I should go right. Even if you're in that place where the difficulties have amounted to this place where you're standing and you're feeling directionless, do not envy the wins of others. Don't make an idol of any victory. Don't make an idol of any loss. This is not a competition. Many people are on the wrong path and doing the wrong things for wins. The hardships you have faced this year does not mean you're on the wrong path. Don't allow desperation or discouragement or deception or dead end detours derail your journey towards destiny. Keep your eyes on Jesus, and he will keep you on the right path. It's not the fourth quarter. You're not playing a game. Destiny is still calling you. It's not too late to answer the one who put eternity in you. God bless you. Have a wonderful end of autumn as we get closer to it. So it's the end of August, but you can start feeling autumn kind of in the atmosphere. So just enjoy the next 7 days of August and don't live in a state of panic. Be at peace and trust the one who has put eternity in your heart and follow him wholeheartedly, he will not let you down. You're in his hands. God bless you. Shalom, shalom.